Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast. Peekaboo. I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available this fall, I promise. The album launch, the concert, the tour. Dad. AF. Rock on, gold dust, woman. Beast. How are you guys doing today? Let's get into this video. I have so much to say, but I have to tell you, well, two things first I have to tell you. First of all is, you know I am the fan flipper of the world, and I have been practicing some new things. So, you know that I love to do the fan flips where I it's like, oh, look at that. Okay, but the next thing that I am trying to do is, with the fan completely out like this, I'm trying to like toss it in the air, have it turn, and then catch it completely open. I have been working so hard on this. I just sit on my front porch all day long and I do it. My neighbors love it. They do. They go tens across the board. So that's the first thing that I wanted to say. I guess I have three things. The second thing I wanted to say is that the coffee of the day is Stumptown Hair Bender Cold Brew that I got at Fresh Time. I've been drinking that while I've been preparing for this deep investigation into Trisha Paytas today. And the third thing that I want to say is that a long requested video is finally coming to this channel. If you've watched my videos for a long time, you know that I've talked about my grandma. And some history with my grandma that my cousin and I found out after my mom passed away that we were not aware of, which was that she had gone to prison. The reason that it's really interesting to my cousin and I is that there's so much from our mother's upbringing that I think defined kind of how they parented us that we were completely unaware of, right? And so we're trying to kind of put the pieces together now. Carol and I had talked at times about possibly putting it into podcast form or doing, I feel like there's something hanging off my hat. Sometimes when I watch these videos back, there's a piece of fuzz right here and I didn't see it the whole time because I don't have my reading glasses on, right? But Caroline and I had talked at times about putting it into podcast form or maybe doing a three-part documentary, I don't know, something over here on this channel. And it's very intriguing to me, and to her, but not as much. And so I asked her, I said, would you be willing to do a video where we just sit down and we talk about grandma and our memories of grandma and how we found out about all of this and what we know and what we don't know and what we want to find out? And she was like, yeah. She was like, I don't feel like there's tons to talk about. She was like, but sure, we can do that. So we're going to film that video this week. I don't know when it will be up, but what I am asking from you, from the people that have watched this and heard me talk about it and whatever is, if you guys could leave some questions in the comment section below. For example, I received a comment the other night and somebody said something about the fact that me making jokes of it and whatever, they didn't really understand that. And I think for me, the thing is, and this is just put the lasso of truth around me, my grandma died when I was 13 years old, and I have some very solid memories of my grandma, but let's be for real, that was 84, something like that. I mean, it has been a really long time since she has passed away, and I think the way that I make sense of it all, because I literally woke up one day, and it was like everything I knew about my mom's past was not true, and so I think that I kind of woke up one day, and I was just like, I don't really know what to do with this information, and so I think I kind of started lightheartedly making jokes about that. But the deeper part of it is, to me, that more so even than my cousin, I have really been affected by this because her mom didn't really let's just call it what it is, lie about parts of her life. My mom did. My mom said so many different things because she was trying to protect that period of time. And so I'm just intrigued by all of it, and I think that's how I've made sense of it all these years, is just kind of making jokes out of it. And that is sometimes what I do with things in my own life. It's like if you can't laugh about it, you're gonna cry about it kind of attitude. But deep down, like, it makes me very sad when I look at the history of all of that. So I'm gonna talk about that in that video with Caroline. I wanna get deeper into that, but if you guys have specific questions that you would like to know, or just things that maybe I haven't even thought of to talk about, please put it in the comment section below. I would really appreciate it. Okay, so let's get into, is that the second thing that was the third thing I was gonna talk about. So let's get into today's video. Today I'm gonna talk about Trisha Paytas. Yes, I talk about Trisha Paytas quite a bit over here. First of all, let me get some lip gloss. When your lips are dry as mine, then it's Luna Beauty time. Not an ad, not sponsored. Anyway, he did actually reach out to me and ask me if I wanted an affiliate code, and I said, you know, Manny, I really, really appreciate that. This was like a long time ago. This was probably 6 months ago. But I said, you know, I kind of made this standard of not taking PR and all that kind of stuff. I'll do sponsored videos all day long, okay? If it's something that I truly believe in. But I didn't want an affiliate code. I didn't want to take the PR and all that kind of stuff because I don't want to get on video and have that effect when I'm talking about these things. But anyway, it was very nice of him to reach out to me because so many people continue to tag Manny and say, you need to give Peter an affiliate code. He asked me. I was one of the first people he asked, and I generously of him, it was so nice. So thank you. Okay, so let's get into this video. Now, I have received, I don't even know how to tell you guys how many DMs I've received in like the last week talking about Trisha Paytas' failing YouTube channels, okay? And I kind of looked at it at first and I thought, well, maybe this is just a phase. A lot of people on YouTube right now are not getting great views. It's not just Trisha Paytas, it's all over YouTube. But that being said, I was looking at other YouTubers that used to get, let's say, hundreds of thousands of views, millions of views, and they're still staying pretty solid at where they are, you know? And so I was like, this is really interesting to me that Trisha's views have dropped so much, okay? So let me just go in and I'm just gonna start with the YouTube channel. When you go into her main YouTube channel and you look at her videos, and I'm just gonna read them kind of like straight down off of here, you see that the last video that she posted was 5 hours ago. Pregnant Q&A, breastfeeding, infertility, and OnlyFans. 11,000 views. The next one is from a day ago. Homemade falafel and hummus, my husband's favorite. 35,000 views. The next one is from 3 days ago. 29-week bump date, shaving disaster. 44,000 views. Streamed 4 days ago, an hour long, 80,000 views, how my body's changed with pregnancy. 6 days ago, I made the perfect chicken parmesan, 46,000 views, and then it goes 51, 23 was summer vibes, and 61,000 views, 55,000 views, 13,000 views. That was the Lost TV show podcast series finale. I mean, she missed that one by about 6 years, but anyway, maybe 10 years. Keep It Gay, which was like this pride thing, 40,000 views. Her most viewed video in the last couple months is Baby Names We Love But Won't Be Using, 113,000 views. So when you look through here for the last couple weeks, I'm trying to see if there's one more than that. Hold on a second. I'm not finding any more that are longer, that have gotten more views than 100,000 views. Or here it is. Trisha Paytas answers the web's most searched questions. 139,000 views from a month ago. But up until that point, she is getting between like 80 and 100,000 views, 47,000 views, 78, 87. I mean, it's really not that great, okay? And I'm going in here because I want to see where it kind of seemed to change for her. She posts as much as everybody else. Okay, I mean, some of them, like where she talks about her fertility journey begins, 254,000 views 5 months ago. And that's where I think that people are really interested, that are super fans of Trisha Paytas, in the life of Trisha Paytas, right? And so I think if she was to do maybe more of those kind of views or videos, but also clean up the wreckage of her past, like I talked about this with Gabby Hanna and Jeffree Star and whatever, I just do not understand when it's like between you and your career, and the obstacle that is standing in the way is you taking accountability and continuing to live a right life and show that you're not going to continue to damage people or harm people or be offensive to other communities. If you were to do that, it could repair some of your career. What you're saying by not doing that is, I don't care about my career, right? Okay, so I went through that and I looked. And, I mean, it's been a long time since Trisha Paytas has gotten hundreds of thousands of views. I want to pull up, let's see, I mean, 8 months ago, she was getting 100,000 views, 47, 88, 57, 67. I'm just kind of going through these. She did a music cover, and it was 241,000 views. I mean, it's been a really long time since she has gotten really great views on that channel. But now, like, if you look over here, hold on a second, this is like a year ago, 351,000 views. Fire homemade buffalo wings cooking with Trish, 315,000 views, okay? So let's do a compare, and here it was, fettuccine alfredo homemade, 217,000 views. So when you, fiance rates my Fashion Nova curve dresses, well, she came out recently and she said she's not doing Fashion Nova, supposedly, allegedly, sponsorship anymore. So I guess, I don't know, did Fashion Nova drop Trisha Paytas? It was interesting because I was watching something live of hers and she was like in the mall and she like showed this Fashion Nova store and she was like, I didn't even know that they had stores in the mall. I'm like, keep up, Trish, keep up. But anyway, when you look at that Cooking with Trish video from a year ago, and it's 315,000 views, okay? And then you look, homemade falafel hummus, my husband's favorite dish, from yesterday, and it's 35,000 views, okay? She was getting 10 times more views a year ago. My reading glasses are crooked. She was getting 10 times more views a year ago than she is today, right? Okay. So then, if you go over to the ASMR channel, which is the channel that's doing really well right now for her, it's kind of, she put herself in this niche area, and people seem to like her ASMR, her ASMR videos. I know people laugh when I call them ASMR. Typically, to my friends, I call them ASMR. Like, if we're talking about it, I'll be like, well, those ASMR. I just say it like it is. It's like with Manny Mua. I've always called him Manny Mua. True story here. This is the story back in the day. I didn't know what a mua was. I wouldn't know a mua if it bit me on the ass, okay? But I saw this video. I'm not going to go down the whole like rabbit hole of how I found all these people. But anyway, I found this video and it was like, I was watching Manny's videos and it was something like, My Secret Boyfriend, and it was him and Patrick Starr, and they were like laying on the bed and they were talking about going out back in the day. It was a really cute video. I actually really liked it. And that was when he and Patrick were like good friends. I think Manny came out not too long ago and said something about like they're civil now or whatever, but so anyway, I watched this video, and honest to God, like, I thought that was his last name. I thought Manny's last name was Mua, you know? I really did. I got on videos and I called him Manny Mua, and people would be like, did you know that Mua stands for makeup artist? And I would put, like, capital M, lowercase UA. Like, I thought that was his last name. I know! I almost didn't graduate from high school. Can you imagine if that was a question? True story, you guys want to know. Okay, here's another little funny story for you. I had thought, well, long before I did all this, my graduate degree is in social work. I got my master's degree in social work. But I had thought about getting my master's or getting my MFA. And I at one point thought I wanted to like teach college English or what do you call it? I wanted to teach like creative writing or English or something like that, literature or whatever, because my undergraduate degree is in literature or English. And so I took the GRE, which is the graduate requirement exam, and you had to take the general one, which was like all logic, and then you had to take the specific one, and I had to do the one from English. And my friend and I both took it the same day, and she took hers in psychology, right? Because she was trying to go into a clinical psych program. And I remember, this thing was like 400 questions, and I went through this whole thing, and I was like, I don't know any of these. Like, I literally didn't know any of these. I mean, I had only been sober at that point, I think, like a year, so I had missed so much of college, right? But the second, I think it was the second to last question was, who wrote The Color Purple? And The Color Purple is one of my favorite books and movies of life, and I knew it was Alice Walker, and I was like, Alice Walker, Alice Walker! I was like looking for her there. I was like, oh my God, I was so excited, and I swear to God, I thought I like left there with like, had like scored all these points. I don't even remember what I got, but it was a sad day for Peter Monn and the GRE. My good friend at the time, she did very well in her clinical psych GRE, so anyway. But you know what, life takes you where it takes you, and now I'm making drama videos about Trisha Paytas, who at the time was probably 5. Okay, so anyway, what was I saying? Okay, so the ASMR videos, When you go into Trisha Paytas' ASMR channel, okay, hold on channel, it's called Trisha Paytas Asthma, and you go over here and you look at the videos. Her last video was 18 hours ago. Asthma rude makeup store employee checks you out. Asthma fluffy mic scratching with super long nails 2 days ago, 109,000 views. The first one was 53. Asthma Miss Honey is your teacher, 126,000 views. Asthma mouth sounds, lip gloss application, gum chewing, 64,000 views. Asthma unboxing, $3,500 Versace Share Pride t-shirt, 81,000 views. Okay, so if you look on here, she's getting between like 100 or 80 and like 100,000 views, 60 and 100,000 views a video, 177, 141, 199, right? But what's interesting about this is, and it's taking a couple days for her to get the views. When you go over here to when she first started, she was getting 320, 450, 277, 293, 126, 376, 337, 300,000, 243, 671. That was actually one of my favorite videos of hers. It really was funny. The Asthma toxic girl plays with your hair in back of class. And I kind of like these like role-playing videos that she does. I actually think they're funny. But what I didn't know, because I don't watch a lot of Asthma, is that there are a lot of people. I know people are out there and they're like, every time I'm saying Asthma, they're just cracking up. What? What? Are we so serious that we have to call ASMR? But anyway, I didn't realize this was like a video that tons of other Asthma channels do, and that she just kind of copied that. And Trisha's being accused of copying quite a few Asthma channels like content. The thing is, and I've gotten this comment as well from people, and I'm just trying to be completely fair. It's like a lot of people will say in the comments, Trisha is completely copying all these Asthma channels, you know, their content. And then the other half of the comments that people are saying are, there's really no like stealing within the Asthma community, because that's what everybody does. That when a video kind of like does well or goes viral, then like 10 other Asthma channels do it. I love this. There's 2 Asthma channels that I have to admit that I really do. Like one of them I don't even call an Asthma channel, but I guess it is. And that's where it's like standing in a phone booth in London while it pours down rain, and you can hear, I don't know, Miles Davis playing at a live bar down the street. Do you guys know that one? Oh my God. And they're always like 2 hours long. I have them playing while I'm like doing stuff around the house. I love that one. And the other one that I love because it's so unique, and I just sit there and watch it. It's not even the sounds. I could care less about the sounds. I just sit there and I watch it, and it's so unique. And it's like this person is cleaning, what do you call it? Like luxury brand shoes. It's always like the Golden Gooses. Is that what they're called? The Golden Gooses. Or I have a couple pairs because I love them so much, but they're the most uncomfortable pairs of shoes in the world. Or like these like really used like Louis Vuitton, you know, like sandals or something, but they clean them like with these little brushes and stuff. I'm just like intrigued by this channel. So anyway, she hasn't started doing that yet. Now watch, since I said it, she will, you know? But she hasn't started doing that yet. But I do kind of like these role play videos. I think they're kind of funny, you know? I don't think, like, I never listen, okay? I said this in my last video, and if I offended a few people, and if I offended you, I don't know what to tell you. I was going to apologize, but I'm really not sorry for it, okay? Like what you like. I mean, if we're going to be offended by somebody saying their opinion about YouTube videos and what they think about it, then, like, that's extreme to me, okay? I think the Asthma is weird. I just do, okay? Like, when people are like, and they get the tinglies and things like that and the goosies, I don't, okay? I'm like, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. To me, it's like a Gabby Hanna live concert, okay? I don't want to be there. I don't want to hear it, and I'm running for the door, okay? Like, I don't like it. But I have thought about doing an Asthma video, because when I vlog, people are like, this is like an Asthma video. Like, I sit on the front porch late at night and I talk for like an hour, and people are like, this is like an Asthma video. I'm falling asleep. So on my Peter Does Stuff channel, I did think about doing like an Asthma video. I thought, well, I'll start doing an Asthma video once or twice a week. Not once or twice a week, but like once a month or over here or something. So if you want to see me do an Asthma video on my Peter Does Stuff channel, link it below. Okay, so needless to say, her Asthma videos are now going down, okay? They're not doing as well as they are doing before. So at this point, this was like a week ago, I started getting all of these DMs from people saying, Trisha Paytas' channel is going downhill, nobody are watching videos of hers anymore, blah, 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 whatever. What do you think is going on? Okay, so then I saw that the Instagram account, Spill Some Tea With Me, they posted here, I'm not going to put it up here, but they posted this video clip of Trisha Paytas, and she's in her car, and she's talking about not getting as many views on her video as she used to. And she says something to the effect of, like, you know, like, I don't mind posting content and only getting 10,000 or less than views of that, right? Which she's getting more than that. But she says, I just like when people show up and watch my videos. Girl, I relate to that, okay? I think we all do. Like, when people get on videos, and I've said this for years, and they're like, I don't care about the views. I don't make videos for the views. BS, okay? Views equal people watching your videos. If you're making videos and you're posting them on YouTube, why are you posting them if you don't want anybody to watch them? I think that is such a BS statement to make. If you're making videos and you're posting them on YouTube, call us all narcissists. I don't care. But you know what? I mean, we at least I want people to watch my videos. I want lots of people to watch my videos. Because that means that a lot of people are enjoying or, I don't know, interacting or have some opinion about what I've got to say out there. So sure, I want people to watch my videos, and the more the better. Why wouldn't I want that, you know? I don't think that that's a bad thing to say, but I think that there's this, like, fake humility that YouTubers act like I don't make videos for views, so I don't really care about the views. BS, okay? I think that's such crap, but let's keep it for what it is, right? You know, whereas like with James Charles and stuff like that, it's all about the cha-ching, the cha-ching, cha-ching to him. I think there's a lot of YouTubers out there that really just do want people to watch their videos, whether they're getting 500 views or whatever, you know? It's like on my Peterisms videos, I only ever get like 500 to 1,000 views on that channel, and I say only ever in comparison to a channel like this, right? Do you know what those 500 to 1,000 people mean to me on a daily basis when I post over there? I'm like, oh my God, people are sitting here listening to me read meditation books, and I'm actually getting to share experience, strength, and hope based on that meditation book, that affirmation that I read, and people are listening there, and the comments that I receive, which are maybe 10 a day on those videos, are like, thank you so much, I needed to hear this, or today this one hit me exactly at the time that I needed to hear it. That is powerful, okay? That anything that you do is just maybe, and I'm just reading a meditation book, that's not me, that's Melody Beatty, okay? She's the one that wrote the meditation, I'm just reading it and sharing my story. And one person was affected by that. That's really powerful, okay? So let's not complain about the fact that people aren't watching your videos because they don't like you anymore. That's your doing, okay? Let's be grateful for the people that are watching our videos. I don't understand that. I really don't, right? But I noticed this thing over here. So Spill Some Tea With Me, which is an Instagram account. I will, if I can get my reading glasses on, I'll link them below. Said over here, looks like Trisha is starting to notice her main channel, which is mostly her live vids, baby stuff, and mukbangs, and her family channel views aren't what they used to be, but she can't deny she loves when people used to be excited to watch her content. Okay, well, why wouldn't they? She's just boring now, along with her not taking accountability and all the stuff she's pulled. It's just not what everybody's vibing with anymore, and Moses seems to bring nothing to the table when it comes to content and views. And then they posted something that they saw on the Reddit thread, which I'm not going to read that. But anyway, I think it's true, you know, and I'm sitting here and I'm watching a lot of these people that are getting so many less views than they used to. You know, yesterday I just did a video about James Charles. You know, James Charles, a year ago, he did a video called Play Among Us With Me or whatever like that, and he got something like 30-some thousand views or something like 45,000 views, or million views, sorry. And today, he's getting less than a million views a video, okay? And Trisha Paytas isn't getting the views that she got, you know, in the past. Jeffree Star isn't getting the views that he got in the past. Well, he hardly ever posts anymore, you know? Shane Dawson's podcast is doing, like, better, and I think people are interested in it. And I actually think it was smart for Shane Dawson to go from what he is posting on, like, his main channel or whatever and switching it, because I think it's completely different, and I think it's giving the fans what they want, which is kind of like this one-on-one kind of interaction with Shane Dawson. I think it was smart, right? And then, you know, you have all these other, Tati Westbrook, her views aren't up and whatever. The one thing that's consistent in common with these people is that they didn't take huge accountability, well, with the exception of Tati, because I feel like Tati did, okay? But when you're talking about Trisha Paytas, James Charles, Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, they really didn't get on video and take much accountability for their actions. Did they take enough to get by what they thought? Yes. But I think ego, arrogance, and pride at that time, they really thought this is going to pass by, okay? Why is Shane Dawson mentioned so often, still to this day in podcasts, that he was canceled? Because it really bothers him, okay? That's why he continues to bring it up, is because it really bothers him. Because he thought he was uncancelable, you know, or cancelable. He thought he couldn't be canceled, okay? I really believe he thought that. I think he thought, I'm at the point of my career where it's just going to go up from here. This is going to be this slight thing, and then people are going to forget about it over time, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to be pulling the views again, right? And that's just not the case. So it is interesting to me that they don't see what they could do. And I think that any of them at this time, okay, do I think that their careers would go back to where it was yesterday? No. Do I think that most people that follow them demand this apology accountability action? No. But do I think that a lot of the people that have left and stopped watching them would have a change of heart if they took accountability from their actions of their past? Yes, I do, okay? If Jeffree Star were to get into a video, okay, and I'm not talking about a gold couch video posed in this house, you know, whatever. I'm talking about maybe just sitting in bed in a robe, sipping a Red Bull, and be like, you guys, I've screwed my career, you know? Like, I never thought when I was at the top of my game this would be where it was. And I didn't really listen when people out there were telling me what I needed to do, and I really need to do a lot of work on myself, or maybe he has in therapy, who, I don't know, you know, and say, you guys, like, I've been offensive to a lot of people. I've really hurt a lot of people. And I don't want to be somebody that hurts people. I don't want that to be my future. I don't want that to be my yesterday, but unfortunately it is. I'm a believer, okay? This is Peter, not Jeffrey for a second, Jeffrey Lynn. I'm a believer that to be a better person in your future, you have to look at your past. You can't just say, I don't know who that person was. You have to say, why was I that person? What was contributing to it? Why was I that way at that time? What do I have to do now to correct that and also be a better version of myself in the future and remain teachable so that this doesn't happen again, or that I continue to learn lessons? Jeffrey's not going to do that. Shane Dawson, I think, is scared to do that. Honestly, I think he did his apology video when he came out, and it was it wasn't very contrived. It was just him sitting on a couch talking and whatever. And a lot of people to this day are like, Shane Dawson did that. Like, what more do you expect of him? Well, not the cancellation jokes, because what that says to me is you didn't learn anything, okay? Or you wouldn't be making the jokes. What do I think is, I think if Shane got in a video and really talked about what the last year or two has been like for him and how hard it's been for him, I think Shane is somebody that people really want to believe in, and they really want to believe has changed, and they really want to believe is a good person. And he's got Ryland, and I think Ryland is a pretty good person, and I think that he's an example of that. I think that if Shane got in a video and said, you know what, let's just address the elephant in the room. Like, all these allegations and all this stuff, and it all came at me, and, you know, like, I think he's scared to do that, in all honesty, because I think if he's like, okay, I've secured enough of a following at this point that I don't want to lose the other half that I have, because if I come out with this video, then all of these people are going to come from me, you know? I don't know. I think to just get in a video and own your truth and just talk about it, I think is really appealing and relatable to people. I think most of us in life have screwed up, okay? And you have to, like, take a look at that stuff for us to move on. Trisha Paytas at this point has offended so many people and continues to. And now she's going into this phase, right? Which she's like going to do this family channel, and and I think people are like, I'm not down for this, okay? She's continuing to be offensive. She's continuing to not take accountability. And now she's going to become a family channel. And people, like, it's so much that people can't make sense of it. They really can't, you know? And if I were to give Trisha Paytas any advice, what I'd say is, keep your ASMR channel, stop going live every day, because you're saying things that people are catching, you're continuing to be caught in lies on lives, lies and lives. Stop with the live streams, okay, because it's not working for you. Really think about this family channel, because I don't think it's going to be great for you, and reinvent your main channel. Go back to doing favorites. Go back to doing hauls. Go back to doing these music videos that you love to do. Even if it's just, you know, standing in the kitchen doing a Lady Gaga cover like she did. People loved that. It was funny, you know? But she's destroyed her career. She has destroyed her career at this point. And it's interesting because I really didn't think until I looked over here that her views were that bad. I mean, her views are bad. I mean, drama channels talking about Trisha Paytas at this point are getting 10 times more views than she is. And that's like saying a lot because drama channels aren't doing real great right now. Let's just be for real. There's not a lot going on, you know? And so it's like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't make me sad because I feel like it's her own doing and I feel like she could undo it as well. But I think she is the one standing in her way of her own success of her career, as these other people are, you know? You were smart enough to get where you got. You're smart enough to clean up the mess. And why wouldn't you want to, is the question I always wonder is, why wouldn't you want to clean up the wreckage of your past and tell all these people you're sorry you offended them and move on with your life so that you can have the best life possible because you'd be happier as a result of that as well? Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of that in the comment section below. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.